inside Memorial Stadium for this week's Mizzou Minute as the Tigers get ready to hit the road again for a game at Vanderbilt on Saturday. The game will be at 3 p.m. on the SEC Network. Tigers looking to rebound from the first two-game losing streak since the end of the 2012 season. So a lot riding on this game. A lot riding, especially because, at 4-3, bowl eligibility is still something of a question mark at this point. Obviously, Missouri needs to pick it up a little bit on offense. Matty Mock is going to remain suspended for another week, and there may be some changes coming to the offensive line. A.J. Ricker and Gary Pinkel both mentioned that today during Mizzou's Media Day, but declined to offer any specifics. Obviously, an obvious option would be to move Connor McGovern back inside and kind of shift things around from there. But we'll have to see when they line up against the Commodores exactly what the coaching staff has decided to do in that area. The offense understands that it's not carrying its own weight right now. Josh Henson didn't pull any punches. He said, look, we've been horrible on third down, and it really stinks that we're wasting some of these great defensive efforts. So they want to get things fixed. They realize they could have 6 or 7 wins at this point in the season if the offense was putting up 20 points a game or more. So there's some urgency to get things fixed on that side of the ball. But the team isn't getting divided here. There isn't a lot of finger pointing going on. They understand that the offense needs to pick it up, but the defense isn't blaming them, and kind of fracturing that locker room right now. So that's a good sign all in all. But obviously, Missouri's had to kind of adjust their goals for the season. I mean, they come into the year and you put the national championship up top. That's what you're going for. And Missouri's had a couple chances if they win a Big 12 championship game or an SEC championship game to maybe be in that position years past. They're not in that position this year, obviously. Not in position to win the SEC East anymore after the loss against Florida and then at Georgia. But there are some goals still out there. I mean, if they win out, 10 games is still within reach. They can still get to a very good bowl game. There's a lot of things still to play for when you're talking about this Tigers team. And that's the focus right now is we are where we are, and it's not where we'd like to be or where we ultimately need to be, but they still feel like they can get there. So we'll see. It starts this week against Vanderbilt. No game at this point, I think, do you look at and say, hey, that's a game Missouri should win, necessarily. But I don't think that there's any team left on the schedule that they absolutely can't beat either. So, it's up to them to get some things fixed on offense, and I think they're working hard at that. We'll see if the results pay off and if they can finally get things to click down in Nashville. For more on the Missouri Tigers, be sure to visit Kansas